Good morning. We're here. We're live. Hopefully my mic's working. Good afternoon. Good evening, wherever you are. Hello. Yeah.
Welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. It is our Friday 1 o'clock news and crypto show. For those of you that are new to the channel, we cover the daily news every day pretty much at 11 o'clock, except on Fridays when we start a few hours later to allow for people to come back from prayer.
Yep.
Today, we've got a couple of different segments. We are going to take a look at Singularity, which is an AI coin. Brogan's going to take a look at the project in a minute and then do a little bit of TA on it. I'm then going to have a little bit of a chat about what's happened in the markets, just to kind of give you my experience of what I've been through in the past, and hopefully will help you to navigate through what's going to happen in the next couple of months. After that, we have a couple of news articles that we found today that we want to cover. And then in about 45 minutes time, we have our crypto quiz.
Yes, the fabled, you probably heard about it, in the shadows. I said this last time, in the shadows. Yeah, you've heard about it.
Shadows. People fabled. Whispering of this quiz.
Yes.
So the quiz today is going to be the founders quiz. We're going to ask you a series of questions based on who the founders are of projects, which projects people have founded, things like that. So it's just a bit of fun at the end of the show for a bit of education. So that happens in about 40 minutes time. Before that, I do think, Brogan, we need to take a look at the markets.
Yes.
Or should we look at the prices formerly known as markets because of what's just happened?
Come on. Do a word I would not like to use. Yeah, you could probably add it in. So yeah, we've got a couple of figures we could look at. We should look at the volume or dominance.
Take us through whichever, all of them.
Let's go through the top bar. Okay, so the 24-hour volume, a crazy increase of $70 billion.
Yeah.
98% increase. Bitcoin dominance 48.4%.
Don't forget, we were over 50%.
I know. I was going to mention that, I remember, I don't know how long ago, it was a specific time when it was similar to this. It's always this. You can either guess it's either 48 or 50. It always seems. It
always goes between the two, and
it makes sense to me.
As we run up through the start of the bull market, that dominance is just going to rise and rise and rise. And it was over 50%, and then recently it's fallen back down. Ethereum dominance, don't forget, was over 20% not too long ago. So you had a period in time when the market was nearly 2/3 Ethereum and Bitcoin, and now that's fallen off.
Yeah.
And I mean, the markets are just a mess at the minute. 70 billion was it in the last 24 hours?
Yeah.
That's what 3x up of where we have been in the last few months. The actual volume over some of the weekends has been under 20 billion. So this has been, but
crazy.
We're going to go through why it's happened later on. Yeah. Do we have
the losers and winners?
Well, I was going to say, I think I know what's going to be the last the gainers in the last 24 hours.
Or maybe not so gainers, but
I think all of the top gainers are going to have USD in the name or gold.
Yeah, there you go.
They're going to be all my gainers. When the markets are running with blood, the gainers tend to be stable coins.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because and the values they're going to, obviously it's a stable coin, so it's not going to move really. You've got 0.08%. It's if that's the 24-hour increase. Jesus Christ. You got Injective.
Let me update
never heard of it. Sorry. XTC network as well. And then you've just got you have
stable
nothing
coins.
more than 1%. And it's USDD, Tether USDT, TUSD, BUSD, USDC. It's just GUSD.
Yeah, it's an absolute mess.
Gold, USDP.
Yeah.
You just got all this, and then the losers obviously. Well, they're not gonna.
What are the top two biggest losers of the last 24 hours? Because
Conflux.
Okay.
And
SEI. Yeah, yeah.
So XRP, Litecoin.
The SEI token, I mean, you know when you pick the completely wrong time to launch a coin, and it's not really within your, within your control.
Yeah.
I think Say only launched on about Monday or Tuesday this week. They've had the launch.
30-day increase, 2,000%.
Exactly. We're down so much. So what? Any other big coins in the bottom?
So it was Litecoin. I just clicked SEI back, so I'm going to go back. It was Litecoin and XRP. Go back now though.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I took a look at a couple of the charts this morning, and because of what's happened, I mean, it's horrific, because the point of control on most of the charts, you look at the Fibonacci levels on most of the charts, and we've got
There's
basement.
there's no defense.
No, there's no defense.
It's nothing.
There's nothing left at the bottom, because we've had such a sell-off. There's
no
no support
for the price to go up so it can sell, and then nobody buying. Not a soul. We'll get into that on Ajax when we look at that.
Yeah, we will. Right, so we've done the markets. We're 5 minutes in, so we've got plenty of time. So I think what we should do now is we'll go through Ajax. Now, for full disclosure, I've owned Ajax for about 6 or 8 months. So I bought this token a long time ago, and I also own FET, which is Fetch AI. So they're the two main AI tokens that I've got in one of my bags. And Ajax of the two is the sexier one, isn't it?
Yeah, in terms of what they provide in their platform, definitely. Right,
okay, so do you want me to ask you questions, or are you going to go through the website first?
I can go through it at the start, and then if you've got questions, and then if not, I'll just move on to the TA.
Okay, go for it.
The debut.
So let's begin with what does the token do? What's it about?
It's a way of paying for the use of the AI they provide, and it's not just a simple AI. It's not like ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Or OpenAI provide multiple, but all the ChatGPT, it's not if it just provides one, like a chatbot. That's it. It's a marketplace for I think it has 85 different AI
applications.
Functions. Yeah. It's got a bunch of AI handling, image resolution scaling, text, translation stuff. It's got a ton of things.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cheap, but you just use the tokens for.
You pay for the use of the tokens.
Yeah, with the tokens you pay for the use of the AI. I don't know if that's. I don't really think there's anything else.
No. I mean, all I was going to say was FET is the same.
Yeah.
So FET is a collection of decentralized bots, and if you want them to carry out a specific task, you pay for those bots, and because those bots are decentralized, people troll those bots. Yeah. So those payments go to multiple people, and they get paid a percentage of the fees. So Ajax probably has exactly the same mechanism.
Yeah,
so okay, so it's an AI
platform. It's an AI marketplace where you can go and use them.
And are there any particular?
Yeah.
Are there any really cool uses of this AI that stand out to you? Because obviously there's 80 odd. We're not going to go through all of these right now.
I'll go to the marketplace so we can look just to show some of the general ones.
Yeah.
One I did want to point out though is there has one by Deezer, and I don't know if this is actually Deezer themselves, kind of working with this Singularity to provide this AI platform, or if it's just like an algorithm they made. But they've got I think it's called Lita. I can look it up actually. It's got 83, not 85. I'll look it up quickly.
Still a fair old number of AI applications, isn't it?
I think Lita by Deezer.
Lita.
It's sort of separation of audio files. So if you're talking and there's music in the background, or if there's a singer and they're singing over,
backing singer or backing music,
you can split between it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. That's not. I mean, there's apps out there which do that. You don't need to use AI for that, but
I've seen this on TikTok. So what they do is they'll play Adele, but they'll play Adele on TikTok without the backing music
Yeah.
of Adele, so you only hear her singing. They did it with Michael Jackson as well. They're two popular videos.
Right.
So they've obviously used something like Ajax, split the audio from the backing track.
Yeah, you could do that on this platform for sure. I'll just scroll quickly because there's tons. So speech emotion recognition. This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
You can upload a file. It says up to 4 megabytes, no longer than 90 seconds of English, and it will detect, throughout what the emotion of the person speaking is. Which
is good for insurance companies who want to detect whether you're lying or not, I'd imagine. No, this is true. That they have an AI system in place. When you call up and say, I've crashed my car, or for example, or my house has been burgled, they detect the inflections in your voice to tell whether you're lying or not. And they have that in real time in the insurance companies. So I imagine this is something very similar.
It must be. Casualty detection. Maybe not that one. Minecraftizing service, so you can upload a picture and it'll convert it into Minecraft looking thing. So it's on the screen, you'll load in a minute. Actually, I'll click it. I'll probably give a better view.
So this is basically, so the demand for this token is going to come from people wanting to use these apps.
Yes.
So the more apps they have on this platform, the more demand there's going to be for the token.
Yeah, and I believe you can develop on it as well. So there's the AI marketplace.
Yeah.
If I go back, actually, AI publisher. I don't really know what the specific publisher portal.
Yeah.
Look at it quickly, just see. So add AI services.
Don't worry about me. I am just keeping an eye on the chat.
Yeah, so you can add it yourself. I'm not sure exactly how you add it, or if you have to develop it within the platform or develop it yourself.
Right. Okay.
But you can add. So the more people which add, and in general, just add AI, platform or applications, the more use of the token. But I mean, they've got 83 already, so there's quite a big use. What else? I mean, music lyric generation. That's pretty good.
Pretty much everything.
Yeah.
The reason I like this one is because it's got sexier applications.
Yeah.
When you look at FET is very corporate. It's
Right.
things to do with education and healthcare and insurance and finance, and it's very corporate. Whereas I like Singularity because it has more mainstream usage, music, graphics, art, those kind of more creative sides to it. That's why I like that token, but that's also why I like FET token, because had they both been in a similar market, they'd cannibalize each other.
Yeah, they'd hate each other. And
what they've done is they've gone, right, we're going to be mainstream, FET's going to be mainstream, and Singularity is going to have a more open source, you can develop on it and whatever. So I think both of them are going to exist in the future in their own respective markets. But the one thing I would say about both of these tokens is we are new in crypto to mainstream adoption. We're not used to it. And not only is crypto new, we've now got AI, which is even newer than crypto.
There's ChainGPT as well, I think.
Yeah, so we have all of this new technology sitting on top of new technology. And the market for it at this moment in time isn't there. But it's because we're so early. Like I say all the time, I was in at the start of the internet in 1997, 1998, a long, long time ago. And people back then were saying the same thing. There's no market for it. There's no demand for this. Why would I buy a book online when I can go to the bookshop? Or why would I buy my groceries online when I can go to the local greengrocer? We're at that stage with crypto, whereas these two projects, especially Ajax, it's so new that in 2 or 3 years' time, they might have 5 or 6 applications that are just part and parcel of music production, video production.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So buying the token now isn't necessarily going to mean that it's going to 100x in the next 2 years. A long-term hold, but it's a long-term hold based on the fundamentals of the fact that both FET and Ajax are going to exist because of the amount of flexibility they've got in the market. What a lot of companies do, traditional companies, is they'll build a product to do one thing and then charge a fortune for it. What crypto companies do is they come along and they build a project. You buy tokens to use, like a slot machine, really. You can have as many goes as you want on the slot machine, but you don't have to buy the slot machine, do you? So I think that's I think long term, I've got big hopes for them. The only threat for me is a competitor.
Yeah.
If somebody comes along, creates a more dynamic,
easier to develop.
Like
that, cheaper. I mean, this is really cheap even.
Yeah.
Because it's like, but I know it said for a demo. I don't know if there's like an hourly rate or per. Because I know it uses was it like tickets or something. But it's like 0.000 of like agent token, and the agent token is very cheap anyway. You know, you could use them for like pretty cheap. But what I also want to point out is, you know, difference between, you know, the amount this token and this project's going to, you know, develop, and it, you know, the likelihood is, the question is like, will this be here, and will this be popular, and will this grow if I invest in it now?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of other projects, you know, their utility is based on, you know, more Web3 aspects. So it's like Web3 aspect, okay, the token on top of like an NFT. It's like, okay, yeah, you've got these integrated Web3 things, but it's like, you know, you're not expanding outwards from Web3. So, you know, obviously like mainstream adoption.
Yeah.
But more importantly, the utility is on AI, and AI is huge in work.
Massive.
So this is like, it's not just, you know, handy dandy. Oh yeah, I can stake it, and you know, that's a big utility there. It's like you can really use this.
Yeah.
And there is a fully valuable, fully reasonable, because you get an output from this. You can either buy it and use it and get and use this product to make something, which is extremely more useful than anything else you're gonna get. And investing in it, I reckon, this is the biggest utility of like a project. Yeah.
And just for those watching, by the way, this isn't a sponsored section of the video. No. We're not being paid by Singularity or anything like that.
Crap, no.
We've just highlighted a project, the first project that we're going to do. Hopefully, if you like this, leave a comment on whatever platform you're on if you're interested in these kind of segments where we take a project, we review the project, and now Brogan, I believe, and I feel for you, I really do, because 24 hours ago we were looking at the projects that we were going to go through, and we picked out Singularity. In fact, I think we picked out Singularity on Wednesday. That's 2 days ago. And since then, literally, somebody has literally poured petrol on the crypto market and set it alight.
Yeah.
So, do you want to go through whatever TA you have?
Yeah. I just want to look at some of the comments. Adil said, "Is Mike freshly shaved?" Yes, he is looking younger than me even.
I'm still old. I'm still Yoda. I'm still old in Yoda years.
What was this inside joke yesterday?
2,500 years old I am. A 2,500-year-old elf. I fought in the Battle of the Five Armies. That's how old I am, Adil.
Right. We love all your streams and we'll support your project. Thank you. Or it's not our project, and we're not sponsored, like you said, but we just want to showcase it. And it's really nice.
We do. And next week we're going to go through the projects that we've seen or have been in the press, and we'll pick another one out and we'll review that. Like I say, we're not sponsored to do these reviews. No. These are just projects that we happen to like. Next week, we could look at Polygon. We could look at Solana. We could look at a top 20 or top 30 chain. We could look at Cardano's DeFi system, for example. So it will change. There will be no pattern to this. It will just be a project that we like. Now, I'm going to ask you a few questions, but I'll let you start with the TA.
Let me make sure it's not too
which
zoomed in.
I feel so. I mean, I don't know what you're gonna have to scrape the. You're gonna have to scrape the TA up off the bottom of the pan on this.
Yeah, it's looking a bit messy. And things about I'm on a trackpad, so I'll remove that as well.
Because I imagine yesterday you would have had the points of control, the support, the resistance.
We had it with textbook.
Yeah,
and I had the cap and handle, or handle and cap. Where I can't remember the name of it. Where
cup and handle.
Cup and handle, cap and handle, whatever the hell.
Cup and handle.
Cup and handle. I had it drawn. I had everything going on. And then it started to kind of diverge. So
by diverge, do you mean a complete market crash?
So normally it bounces and it comes down and it goes higher and then higher and then it starts coming down, which is the bigger part of the semicircle.
Yeah. And
then it goes back to the bottom of resistance and it does it again smaller and then it falls down eventually.
Yeah.
And you can see near the end.
I'm looking at the chart now. I've got it on my phone. It just
flatlines a bit, and then it kind of goes off verge, but it kind of fits. So I think the first thing we should look at to preface any of this is the point of control.
Okay.
So
do we have a point of control left?
That's what I was about to say. You may or may not notice by the graph. Hopefully it's on screen fully. I need to scroll along.
I can see it. Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
You might notice on the left, there's a humongous bar at the very top.
Yeah.
Where the sell orders are for the future, and you might also notice the lack of at the bottom. So what does this mean? This basically means that we're screwed. Okay.
We fell through the floor.
Oh yeah.
And now we're in the attic.
Yeah. So
no, we're in the basement.
We're like Jesus right now, but our powers are controlled by a pill we've taken, and it lasts between 10 seconds and 30 seconds, and it's been 7 seconds. We don't know when it's going to end, so we could just fall through. But yeah. So and then I've drawn this line. So basically, non-financial advice, most likely. Not. What are the keywords? This isn't going to happen. This might not happen.
Financial advice. These are not the opinions of whichever platform you're watching on.
Right.
You are not a financial advisor.
No, this is my first time.
This is your personal opinion.
My opinion. This isn't based on anything else other than anything else. So this is what I've drawn. This is kind of what I think is going to happen in the future.
Is that blue line going off the bottom of the screen?
No, I didn't. Well, to be honest, there's no point control on the bottom, so there was no line for me to take understanding of where the resistance should be.
Okay.
Or no, support. Sorry, not resistance. So I didn't know where to draw it, so I just drew it down. So basically, I think it's gonna bounce. It's gonna come back up, come down. So this is kind of like, this is the most fitting graph I could draw for the current situation we're in for Ajax. So going on for the future, this is what should happen, but anything can happen. Macro environment.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you some questions then.
Go on then.
Where is the bottom? In your opinion, what's the bottom price for Ajax? Based on these lines that you've drawn, do we have a point of control that we should be looking at? What's the RSI? The RSI is just about coming back up. What are the price ranges for Ajax? What's a good entry price? Are we at a good entry price now? Because don't forget, the price isn't on the screen for people. They can't see the price, so you need to give them some prices.
Okay, so currently we're at 0.177.
So we're at 17.5 cents.
Right.
Now, what were we yesterday before the market fell out? 22 cents, 23 cents?
Yeah, I mean, when exactly? Okay, I'll bit.
When did the market fall out?
Yeah.
Market fell out just before we did our stream, wasn't it?
Okay, yeah. So, I think it's probably, if I was to take a guess, it would be this huge red line. So it goes from about 19, and then it fell all the way down to about 15, and then it brought itself back up to 16.
So what's the price that we think should be the price for support? 15 cents.
Yeah, I mean, as of current, that's the lowest we've seen.
Right.
But
and where are we going to get to? Do you think, in your opinion?
Well, of point of control, I mean, this is kind of like the idea.
What's the next point of control up?
Let me get the price of that. Let me hover a bit. I couldn't draw a line. I couldn't figure out how to get the line going towards the price. But it's 0.21. So 21 or 22.
Right. So we're at 16. 15 is support, and 21 is potentially where we need to get back to.
So unfortunately, point control normally is based when nothing's going completely wrong.
Yeah.
You have your bottom and your tops.
Yeah.
So you kind of have an understanding of where it should start to bounce at the bottom where you start to get the buy orders. But unfortunately, we don't have that. So I'd say the lowest we've seen it has been 15. So I'd say 15.
So 15 cents is support until something else happens, which then sends us back down through the floor.
But it's like, I mean, like we said, it's really fallen down every drain. So yeah.
Right. Okay. So what we're going to do now, I've got like 3 mobile phones on the go here.
I've got like so many websites open at the same time.
Adil has said that I look like a teenager today. We love Adil, but that still doesn't mean, Adil, that I'm not going to ban you. You're still on the ban hammer is still swinging, Adil, and you better keep ducking, my friend, because one day it's going to connect. You're like in that film, what was it called? Thor. Anyway, right. Do you want
Before was the one film which had a hammer in it? Anyone? Yeah, Thor.
I was going to say Thor Ragnarok, but then I realised most people won't have seen that.
Right.
So Thor Ragnarok's the one on Netflix where it's a young lad who doesn't realise he's Thor. But we're not going to get into that. Right.
Yeah.
So what I want you to do now is we've got a new scene, haven't we, Brogan?
We do.
And does the new scene have working microphones?
I hope so. Whoa!
Does it work?
But it's big.
Don't worry about being big.
Oh, wait. Let me get the music.
It has to be big to fit my humongous melon head in.
Of course, yeah.
For those of you new, by the way, there was a vote, or a poll, should I say, on Saturday last week, and the choice was I a melon head or was I, what was it? Plum.
Does his head look like a melon?
Do I look like a melon or a plum? Apparently like a melon. Right, so what I'm doing now is we're going to take a couple of minutes. Brogan, feel free to join in.
I need to decompress after my first ever
Exactly.
TA. You know, it was a stressful situation.
Yeah.
You know, I had to hold it inside.
And the worst part of it is you're doing TA after a market panic sell. So I wanted to talk to everybody about what's just happened, not from a technical point of view, but from the experiences I've had of it happening in the past. And the reason I want to do this is we don't do this a lot on the channel, because we normally just give an article out, we give you an opinion on it, we tell you it's a good or a bad idea. But given what's just happened, a lot of people in stock market, especially when there's a crash, it has an adverse effect on their health, and they end up having a lot more stress, a lot more panic than is necessary. And what you have to understand is that when you have a panic crash like we've just had, it's not because you've got it wrong. It's not because you've bought Bitcoin at the wrong price. It's not because crypto's not for you. These things happen in an emerging market. If you go back over the history of the stock of Amazon, stock of Tesla, the stock of Apple, and you go right back to when those first few years of trading, Tesla stock 4 years ago, 5 years ago, would swing 15% in a day because it was a new stock, the market cap was low, the earnings reports were all over the place, the reports coming out were just up and down. And what you have to understand is that you are on a very rocky boat going through a storm at the minute, because we're in open sea. We haven't quite reached land yet, which is of course mass adoption, and you are all early. You people out there are the OGs. You are the people that in 5 and 10 years time, people are going to look to you for advice on crypto. And you have to understand that you have to trust in the process of crypto. Now, what's just happened over the last 6 to 8 weeks is the equivalent of having a summer. The forest hasn't had any rain. We've had a dry, arid period. We've had sideways action. We've had indecision. We don't know whether to go up or down. We've had the Fed. Are they going to pivot? Are they going to dove? We've had Tesla. Are they going to buy or sell their crypto? We've had MicroStrategy. We've had ETFs. And all of these things have caused indecision in the market. And all that's needed to happen is one moment, one bit of tinder to set fire to the forest, and everything cascades down. So is this a result of the Tesla FUD or the Tesla gossip? No. Is this a result of Evergrande? No. Is this due to macro environmental indecision? Possibly. But it doesn't matter what caused this fire. This fire was always going to happen. Now, there will be people on Twitter who are going to tell you, I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. They were the same people that were telling you when Bitcoin was at 16,000 that Bitcoin was going to 8,000, and it didn't. People are not right all the time. If people had a crystal ball and they could predict the future, they wouldn't be on Twitter telling you how great they are. So whether it's our advice or the advice that you see on Twitter, these people are not ever going to tell you that this was going to happen. Nobody can foresee it because it's just waiting to happen, whether it's today or tomorrow. The same way that if ETFs are approved and we shoot up to 40,000, the same people that are telling you we're going to 10,000 now are going to tell you we're going to go to 100,000 in 2 months' time. They don't know that. Nobody knows how the markets are going to react. We know over a very long period of time that the amount of Bitcoin being produced is going to be less and less. And we know that's going to cause a supply shock. We know more people coming to crypto are going to give us more and more demand and less supply. And as we know from time immemorial, supply and demand, the more demand and the lower supply, you'll get a supply shock and the price will go up. over a 4-year cycle. So if you are at home panicking about your Bitcoin because it might go to 25,000, it might go to 25,000, it might go to 22,000, it might go to 18,000. We don't know. But what will happen over the next 2 years is that price is going to go up with policy changes, changes in presidents, changes in prime ministers, regulation. Everything is working towards giving crypto a fair and level playing field. So don't feel stupid if you bought Bitcoin the other day at 29,000 and now it's down 26,500. It's a volatile market. Just trust the process and DCA in. If you have $1,000 to buy Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever currencies you want to buy into, just make sure you do it over a period of weeks and not hours or days. Be steady, make a plan. The people that get wrecked are the ones that don't have a plan. If you have a plan to buy Bitcoin and hold it, then these price movements shouldn't affect you in the slightest. If your target is to have 1 Bitcoin or 1 Ethereum, and you now have that 1 Bitcoin or 1 Ethereum, then why are you worried about it going to 26,000? It makes no difference, because if your plan is to sell your Bitcoin at $100,000, then nothing that can happen to crypto is going to stop or affect your opinion. Yes, you can trade, but you can get it wrong. The $1 billion in liquidations were people who all thought they knew what was going to happen, and now they've all lost their money. So hodl whatever coins you want to hold for the long term, and don't worry about these short-term price actions. You're going to feel stupid. You're going to feel like you've been cheated on. You're going to feel your heart is broken. Don't panic. Stay and trust in the process. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, yawn counter in the top.
Sorry?
Not in an insulting way, but I yawned. I couldn't stop. I'm sorry. I started laughing because of it.
Right. Do you want...
I'm going to start because I can't stop yawning. It took a moment for me to rest. I realised I haven't rested even though I slept. I haven't rested since yesterday. Okay. That was very good. That was though. Yeah.
I hope that if people like that kind of thing, we can do it again. Yeah, if people don't want me to monologue like some kind of evil mastermind, I won't do it again. I just want people to not panic.
It was good. No, it's a good message, and I think people should take it on board if they are worrying. And it's nothing to worry about, because it's like I said this before the stream and you hated it because it had nothing to do with what you were saying. It's like you're running an infinite race. You'll never lose because it never ends.
You'll never lose, or you'll never win the race, because the race never stops.
The race never stops.
All you can do is get into the race and decide when you're going to come out of the race. There's no point in coming into the race and then suddenly going into last position and thinking, I need to get off now.
Everyone's run off that way. You're, I'll join now. You're at the back.
Exactly.
If you're see the guy at the front, I'll go in front of him.
If you're running from A to B, what difference does it make? Other people are running from A to C and they're ahead of you. It makes no difference. $1,000 can change somebody's life forever in certain parts of the world. So what difference does it make if they have $1,000 and somebody else has $1 million?
Wow. Okay. And also, we actually get to learn a lot when Mike talks. Okay. Wow. Fun. I see how it is.
Right. So now we're going to move on to some articles. We've got Bitcoin Panic, and I think this is the article we found where it kind of tried to give us some of the ideas of why the markets were crashing, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Let me just try and update all of the menus.
First your articles.
So let's see. So we've got, coming up now, we've got the article about Bitcoin, which is what some of the reasons that could have caused this cascade. So this was a panic sell. For those of you that don't know, this was a panic sell where the bots and the liquidations just absolutely crushed the markets. But this wasn't individuals selling as such. This was the markets being crushed, whether that be by a whale or not. Brogan's going to go through it. And then after that, we're going to look at some really funny but sad news about the
Shibarium.
Shibarium.
Didn't we talk about it? We had like different little areas.
We did, yeah. We talked about that a few weeks ago. And then we've got OpenSea and some 7-Eleven Fortnite news. Now, the good news is we've only got about 13 minutes to get through these four articles, so we need to get cracking.
Why did Bitcoin drop?
An analyst.
Analyst.
It's so hard to say an analyst on a stream. You know that? It's so hard.
Yeah, we don't do this. I don't know about you, but I don't do this enough. Before you need to start talking, you need to like, get your muscles.
Benedict
ready.
Cumberbatch apparently is one of the best things to say when you're trying to loosen up your cheeks. So what are the reasons? What does this analyst think are the reasons for this drop? You can skim through this. We don't have to read them all out. Does he give like 4 or 5 particular reasons for why this has happened?
Yeah, basically, right. So it was like Elon Musk. Like, I'll just say what I think because you said this, and like, I think this is why, right? Where on the SpaceX's Bitcoin sheet of the price, they wrote it went down.
Yes. No.
The value of it, but it wasn't the amount of Bitcoin they held. It was because the price of Bitcoin's gone down. So they obviously wrote on their sheet.
It's a write-off.
Right.
Yeah. It's a write-off, and people misread that and thought that SpaceX had sold. Yeah. So that's one of the potential reasons.
Very smart.
Yeah, very smart. It happens all the time. Yeah, no,
people make mistakes.
That's one of the reasons. So SpaceX is one of the reasons. I've heard that one. What's the next one? Does it mention Evergrande next?
Interest rate thing?
I'm just going to drop another box.
Whenever you have a big name in an industry selling Bitcoin, especially someone as influential as Elon Musk, it will put the price under pressure.
But he didn't sell it, did he?
Everyone's got it wrong.
Right.
Government bond yields. Tina Teng on market analyst for CMC Market shared a different opinion, looking to the recent rise in government bond yields as the root cause behind the sell-off. This thing is right. When you have, but like, it's like economics. It's such a social science that the biggest article, no matter how wrong it is, will eventually be right because so many people see it and take that on board. Which is a lot of like this is self-fulfilling prophecy.
Right.
Like obviously I know like chart patterns. Obviously I'll have a probability about them. But some of them, some indicators and such, if a lot of people use it at the same time, and it says something, people are then influenced by that.
Exactly.
And therefore it becomes true.
The other thing you've got the Buckaroo theory, which is something I made up just now. It's a good theory. The Buckaroo. Do you ever play Buckaroo?
Put things on.
So Buckaroo is like for those of you that don't play, maybe it's just an English thing. It's a plastic horse. And you put various different bits of plastic on it, and eventually one little bit of plastic will make the Buckaroo kick up in the air and send everything flying.
Yep.
This could just be the Buckaroo effect. Multiple things have happened, and just the tinder of one of those things happening has caused it. So we've got SpaceX, we've got government bonds. I don't believe it's government bonds. What else could it be?
Let's have a look, I suppose. Yeah, we've been on this double circle the entire time.
That's fine.
Maybe people like. Do you want to see our face while we talk about articles, or do you want to see the article while I'm talking about the article? That's a good question. People will answer that.
Yeah. What are the other reasons? Any other reasons?
Oh yeah, Evergrande, the Chinese real estate.
Yeah. So this is a massive Chinese company. It's gone into liquidation. Yeah. Now,
when they with like, I'm not gonna say actually no.
CCP, they were, yeah. Now the issue with it is that this has been on the cards for about a year. It's not new. We knew this was going to happen. What's happened in China over the last few years is they've built an awful lot of properties. And a lot of the properties that have been built haven't been sold. Or a lot of people have bought properties that haven't finished being built. There's lots of, it's just a bit of a can of worms. And they've gone into liquidation. And apparently 17 of the 20 building firms in China are all in trouble. So that's going to cause a macro environmental problem, which will affect Europe and America because of the way that the debt markets work. Yeah. So America will have Chinese debt, China will have American debt. It's just the way the system works.
They make everything. If they make it as confusing as it can be, then it kind of just like all equals out, doesn't it?
And then when you include leverage, which is like where you've borrowed 10 times what you've actually got in value. When you deleverage a market, like what's happened today, what happened last night in crypto, all the longs were liquidated, and what that does is it deleverages the market. It takes all of the leverage out. You kind of need to get back to proper trading. it exists in building, it exists in stock markets, it's all over the place.
Yep.
So that is a possibility, but again, I don't think that's the reason why. Is there anything else?
No, it went to the end.
I just think it was a trip switch.
Yeah, when he said some sacrifice has to be made to make other crypto uprise.
Yeah, I mean this is healthy. It's a correction.
It is what it is.
It's cascading. The only people that suffer are not the retail, but the OGs, the people that are in crypto. They suffer because of the stress. That's it.
Yeah.
Right then, should we crack on to look about this? So basically, from what I've read, the Shibiniverse, or whatever it's called, has managed to lock $2.5 million within it.
When you have a box going at the same time we're doing stuff, is some people actually say things like questions or a statement. I want me to look, and like, I would like to read them. And then a lot of time, and it's like, stay safe, people, don't worry. Yeah, it's nice, but then everyone's putting it at the same time. I can't read anything.
Right. Okay. Should we get on with finding out?
Yeah, Shibarium.
Shibarium. Now, I'm gonna put my cards on the table. I don't own Shiba Inu. I don't own any. No, that's a lie. I own one Doge. I own one singular Doge. I don't own meme coins. I don't like meme coins. I don't agree with meme coins. But there is a place in crypto for community-powered cryptocurrencies. And the reason they should exist is because crypto is supposed to be decentralized. It's supposed to be for the people. If you can't have a meme project which is for the people, owned by the people, and powered by the people, then what's the point of crypto? So I understand why they should exist. And like you said, they're great. They are. They're not great for me because of my risk tolerance and what I agree with.
I mean, I agree with that. I feel like it's a good sham because for the people who are inside and aware of like how just terrible. Like I like it because of the volatility. If you're willing to watch it, quite frequently, and it like with some meme coins, like Doge, like there's some meme coins which blow up bigger than others. But ones where they like trick like people who don't do crypto in the slightest. Like not people like people who are watching right now aren't gonna be those type of people. Yeah. But people who don't do crypto at all. Yeah, and exactly. They go, well, what's this Doge thing Elon was talking about?
And that's the problem is there's a big line in the sand, and on one side you've got Doge, Shiba Inu, Pepe, Pet LFG, which we've looked at again. You've got them on one side, and on the other side you've got scams, the pump and dumps. The most famous one for me was, what's that game called that's on Netflix?
Egyptian cotton rugs.
The Korean game.
Squid Game.
So the Squid Game coin was just a huge pump and dump, and it actually happened live on a couple of people's streams. And it was funny to watch. It's not funny for the people that bought it.
No, but
it's really funny. It's really funny to watch. But from my point of view, that's why I don't like meme coins. There's no fundamentals, and people get hurt. But when it comes to things like Shiba Inu, I make a little bit of an exception because they're actually building out their own chain, metaverse, and I know it's supposed to be the Doge killer. I know that it's supposed to be the coin that was just a copy of Doge that they changed the logo of. I know all of these things, but they've actually built something. What's Doge done? Doge is hanging on every word that comes out of Elon Musk's mouth. If they don't end up being the tips coin of X, what's left for Dogecoin? Where does it go?
Why would it be?
Exactly. Right, I'll let you get on with the articles. We are so far over time.
How long do we have left?
We've got 2 minutes to get through 3 articles.
All right,
and at one point very soon, we're going to have -5 minutes to get through 2 articles.
Shiba Inu botches $2.5 million in crypto stuck. Oh no. Key takeaways, that's all I'm going to read. Shibarium launch faced challenges as bridging issues resulted in $2.5 million worth of assets being trapped on chain. The project's lead developer claims funds are Sefu and denied any bridge-related issues.
That means situation all effed up. Sefu. Situation all effed up.
Why do you use that?
Because it's one of those things. In the army, they use a thing called snafu, which is situation normal all effed up, which basically means everything always goes wrong, so the situation's normal. Anyway, But yeah, so the funds are locked. He's denying that he's locked them. Is that the case?
Yeah. Bridging issue, I don't know. Yeah, I'm coding.
So has Shibarium now launched? Is that what?
It's launched.
Yeah.
But bridging issues.
The bridging issue. Bridging is again. The reason, or not the reason, the easiest way to get get funds off you and hack you is normally through bridging or DeFi. Yeah. It doesn't normally happen between you sending it from one exchange to another. It normally happens during, when you wormhole or when you move from one coin from one chain to another. That's when it normally happens. But so that's a bit of a shame. That we shall see. Yeah, right, let us move on. We have 1 minute to get through OpenSea.
This one will be good because I think we should just give the idea and give our opinions instead of reading through the whole thing.
Okay.
So TLDR, perfect. OpenSea removes the operator filter. People might know what that means. Operator royalties will be continued until February 29th. After this, fees will be optional. So basically, the idea is there's royalty fees, which means you've got the primary market where you sell it, and the person, the maker, the creator, gets the money. Then the secondary market where people sell it between themselves. Yeah. There's a royalty which goes towards, which I think the buyer has to pay for, right?
Yeah. So if you buy, let's say you want to buy an NFT for 1 ETH, what normally happens is it costs you 1.1 ETH, and then something like 30% of the 0.1, 30% will go to OpenSea, for example, and 70% will go to the actual project itself. So for longevity, what you want in a project is you want royalties, because how else is the project going to keep going? So what's it saying here? OpenSea has given the option to remove royalties.
Yeah, I believe that's on the operator's side, like using the person selling them. I believe.
Right. Okay.
It would be kind of stupid if the seller was like, I don't want to give them.
They did this on Magic Eden, and what happened was the projects went, hang on a minute, this isn't fair. What a lot of projects did, they said, right, if you buy your NFT and you don't include royalties, so if you don't buy it with royalties, we're not going to give you any utility, or we're not going to. So some coins, some NFT projects, for example, drop dust. It's just a coin, and you get dust for staking your NFT. What they were saying is, if you don't pay royalties to us for that NFT, we are not going to pay you dust. You won't be able to stake your NFT. You won't be able to access the Discord channel. You won't be able to do this. I'm wholly on the side of the artist. So if you imagine Banksy. So Banksy has made this work of art worth £1 million, and somebody takes all the bricks down, puts it in a glass, a glass frame, and sells it at an auction house. Banksy doesn't see that money. That money goes to the person who owns the brick wall. That's wrong. He's created that art, and in my opinion, he should get.
Shouldn't have done it on the wall, though.
No, we shouldn't have done it on the wall. But that's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is that he's created that art.
Yeah, it wasn't like the guy just sold bricks and then got the money for it.
Exactly.
It had a value to it because of the art, and I agree with that. Yeah. But with this, I don't mind, because there might be some use cases where the person just wants to sell the NFT as a commemorative thing or whatever, and I don't care about the royalties. But I'm glad it's an optional thing, because worst comes to worst.
But who should it be optional for?
I think it's optional for. I think it should be a toggle thing for the person selling the NFT at the start, like the primary market, like the creator of the NFT. I don't think it's for
okay. So the creator of the project should decide if there is royalties.
Yeah, it'd be completely moronic.
I wholly agree with that.
It'd be completely moronic if the secondary market seller was like, I don't want to give the money to because like I said, some use cases. But worst comes to worst, so no one wants to use it. Just no one turns it on.
Exactly.
It's just a feature which never gets used, which is fine.
Totally agree. I'm glad we agree on that. Yeah. On that. Right.
It's like a businessman who wants to own the profit. Yeah. I mean, CEO. Like, obviously, they've got management works which might need to happen, but at the end of the day, the bulk of the hard work, is from the employees, and he has employed them. He has got the capital, and the money is in the risk, but at the same time, he's not actually physically doing it. Which, I
agree. By the way, Wendy's a new watcher.
Oh.
Wendy is, I think she only came to us about 4 or 5 days ago.
Welcome, Wendy. Thank you.
Welcome, Wendy, and thank you for your comments.
Thank you, everyone who's talking. I mean, everyone, partakes in the boxes and whatnot. But thank you everyone who talks. It's nice to see people giving input on what's going on.
If you don't agree with anything that Brogan
please
says,
disagree with me. I'd love
disagree
to
with him.
talk about it.
However, don't disagree with me because everything I say is
he'll find
gospel.
you.
I will find you and I will ban you with my ban hammer.
I liked was it Rokin name when he talked about Turing and Babbage.
Yes.
Yeah, it was nice to.
That was nice. That was 40 seconds
That was a 48
of absolute knowledge.
Yeah,
exactly. Right, now I quite like the look of this article. This is to do with 7-Eleven, which I believe, and you can correct me, I believe 7-Eleven is some kind of American corner shop type place, and they've partnered with Fortnite.
Of course, the partnership we all knew we wanted. Also, I know I said this earlier, but no one seems to answer me. Do you want us to put the article on screen as we're reading it, or do you want the two cameras? You've got these big heads on the screen. Do you want this on the screen, or do you want the article and our heads in the corner? Because I don't know what is more valuable to people.
We could do crypto charades. You know where we do that?
Yeah.
Film. Book. Go on then. What's Fortnite doing?
Good question.
And are they putting little corner shops in?
Got a TLDR. Yes. Okay. Let's see. It seems like they've got a 7-Eleven shop in Fortnite. Great.
They've got a what in Fortnite?
A 7-Eleven shop in Fortnite. Which would be very useful. 7-Eleven's Fortnite scavenger hunt aims at young consumers merging car culture and gaming to boost its online presence. Players exploring their car island for rewards by sharing island photos. The initiative supports 7-Eleven's delivery push and aligns with past interactive marketing efforts. So I think Nike did this with some shoe, which I didn't see anything of until I saw initially we saw the trailer for it.
Yeah.
And no other information. So I think you have to take a really nice photo inside of Fortnite.
What I like about Fortnite is, obviously, I played Fortnite about, I don't know, was it about 6, 7, 8 years ago, something like that. And what I liked about Fortnite was it was one of the first games that I can remember that had consistent like sponsorship tie-ins with partners. Like WoW years ago. WoW used to have tie-ins with people.
World of Warcraft.
Yeah, World of Warcraft had tie-ins. It had Mr. T was in it, and then this person was in it, and it was a bit ad hoc. Whereas Fortnite, it's like every season is the Avengers or
the Transformers season.
Transformers,
Batman,
exactly.
DC, Marvel,
Deadpool as well. So, and I like that because it makes the game different, and then they update the maps. So that's what, for me, that's what gave them that number one position. So I don't mind having a 7-Eleven. So what you got to do is got to take a picture in the game of you with a car or something.
I think so, yeah.
That's what you have to do. You see, now that seems a little bit archaic for me. See, what I'd want to do is hide the cars in the game, and for every one of them that you destroy, if you destroy all 3, you get the 7-Eleven trophy or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So rather than why take a picture? Where do you put the picture when you've taken it? You know what I mean?
The ether.
It's like they've
ones and zeros through the clouds.
They've had such a good idea. You know what this is like? Years ago, I used to work with somebody who had Excel. Excel is a spreadsheet. Yeah, you know what he did? He spent hours creating this perfect Excel spreadsheet. Yeah, and then do you know what he did with it? He printed it off and started filling it in with a pen. Right? Correct. He created an Excel spreadsheet and then printed it off and used a pen to fill it in. And that's what this is like to me. 7-Eleven have gone, okay, we're gonna partnership with Fortnite. Brilliant idea. What I'm gonna do? We're gonna put some cars in the game. What an amazing idea. Right, what happens next? You've got to take a picture of it on your phone. I'm sorry?
No, you can take a picture in the game.
Yeah, but and then do what with it?
Post it somewhere.
Exactly.
I don't know.
It should all be part of the game.
Amima said it's the articles as it was before, so I think to shoot, does that mean you want the articles on the screen as we're reading them? We will do that next time because we've finished all the articles, so yeah, sorry about that.
Right, now we have finished with the articles. We are only 8 minutes behind.
Yep.
Now, for those of you joining wherever you are, Wendy, you might need to get your Google out to answer some of these questions, because what we do at the end of every news day is we have a quiz, and the quiz is normally based on various different things to do with crypto. It is not meant to catch you out, it is just meant to be a bit of fun. Now what I need to do is find the questions, which I believe I sent to somebody. Where did I send the questions? I send them on Telegram.
I have them here.
Yeah,
You want me to send you them?
no, I think I've already sent them to myself. I think I sent them to you on Telegram, so then I would have access to them. A little look. Did I put the question here? I mean, you can talk to people while I find the questions.
How's everyone doing? Actually, you know what? We've been doing this. We've been doing this stream. Hopefully, it's been good. Hopefully, it's been good information, and you've enjoyed it so far. How's everyone doing though? I feel that's something people need to ask more, especially after this. What's happened of recent?
I tell you what. Can you do me a favour? Send them me on Telegram.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute the mics quickly and ask the man over there a question.
Yeah.
So give me a second. Yeah, I'll send you.
Send me the questions, and I will make a start with the questions.
Or do you want them on Telegram?
Telegram is good. Unfortunately, I haven't memorized them.
I memorized them.
So send them to you on Telegram, and we'll find them. So for those of you that are new, we have a quick quiz at the end. For those of you on certain platforms, all you need to do is type the answer in lowercase to win. If you are watching on other platforms, you can type in the answers however you want to type them in, uppercase, capitalized, it doesn't really matter. So the first question is...
Tariq, sorry, Tariq said no sound mic. Yeah, we were muted. We were just having asking a question.
We were having a little chat, Tariq. The first question is, Hal Finney is connected to which project?
Wendy, don't worry. If you know it, you know it. If you don't know it, say it. I might try and give a hint then. I'll go to Google.
So Hal Finney, who some people believe is the actual creator of this thing. It's quite a famous one. So Hal Finney is connected to which project? All you got to do is type the answer below. We'll give you 60 seconds to have a think and put your answer. Now, unfortunately, I don't have access to any chats on my...
Yeah, I'm on both of them.
So you're on all of them. So Bruh Seriously has got that question right. Tariq...
You paste. You know what? I should get a text box on the actual stream. I put the comment so that. Cool.
Fine, we don't need any of that. We haven't got time for that. This is held together by bubblegum and sticky back plastic, this stream, so let's not try and do anything clever. Clever involves things not working, like me freezing in a position like that.
Yeah, I'm surprised the camera hasn't stopped yet.
No, me neither.
We've jinxed it now, though. I think
you've jinxed it.
Within 5 minutes ago.
So I've counted 24 correct answers. Remember, the answer has to be in lowercase. You're on certain platforms. Now while this is going through, actually no, we'll wait for this to go through. 32 correct answers. Well done to Joel, Bushrab, Bruh Seriously, Tariq, Guga, Sonia, Fake, Big Tons. You are all winners. Now for the next question is... Good morning, Sonia, or afternoon, Sonia. So, Do Kwon is up next. Was Do Kwon the founder of, are you ready, Brogan? Luna or Moon? So Do Kwon, is he the founder of Luna or Moon? Which of those two cryptocurrencies was Do Kwon connected to? I'm going to. Do you want me to drop you a little bit of information about Do Kwon? So Do Kwon disappeared after the crash of this project, and he was arrested recently in Montenegro, and he was arrested for having, I believe, fake IDs saying he was a different place or whatever. Right. Been arrested. Has Do Kwon. Yeah. Lots of correct answers at the minute. 47. This is actually flying up. It's a bit more crypto, this quiz, than the one we did last night. Last night, what was the one about the gaming, retro gaming questions, wasn't it?
Yeah. I like that one. So, I mean, I know, because, like, you know, we do crypto the entire stream. Nice to have a little switch off before the end.
You want to know what Do Kwon's most famous ever saying was?
I know it. I can't remember the exact.
Steady, lads, deploying capital just before the entire USDC market collapsed.
Oh, right, yeah.
Congratulations to 73 of you. It was indeed Luna. Do Kwon was the head of LFG.
It was only BNB last night.
Sorry?
Adil, it was only BNB last night. It's true.
Yeah. Mimi Love, well done. Top grade. Lots of correct answers in the chats. Well done to everybody. Now, next question. And again, remember, they're only easy if you know the answer. If you don't know the answer, it can be any question in the world and it won't be easy.
Just wait for like 10 seconds. And if you see a lot of people saying something, probably, you know, more often than not, the right answer.
Exactly. If I have to say. So, Charlie Lee. Question about Charlie Lee, Brogan. Charlie Lee created which coin? Can I give you a clue? It's one word with 8 letters. Charlie Lee created which coin? So far we've had Hal Finney is connected to Bitcoin. Hal Finney sadly passed away a few years ago. We've had a question about Do Kwon, who was of course the founder of LFG and Luna. And now the question is Charlie Lee is connected to which coin?
Still someone said BNB. It's happening again.
It's BNB. It's not BNB. BNB is not the answer to this question.
Ghost, take my shoelaces off. Both of them are undone. I don't know how both of them are undone. I've been sitting down doing nothing. I've literally been 6-0.
It's a dill. A dill has climbed under the desk, untied your shoelaces and climbed back into your phone. Lots of people are getting this right.
There you go.
There's 15 seconds left, so I can tell you that the answer is, of course, Litecoin. The controversy about Charlie Lee and Litecoin was, as far as I remember, he sold all of his Litecoin way back in the day and sold everything out from underneath the project. And he didn't leave, but you know, he still made an awful lot of money out of it. Good hit. Congratulations to Fake, Joel, Mimi, Fran, Brooke. Congratulations. Wendy got that one right. Well done, Wendy. Sonia, Ahmed, Big Tons, Ivan. Well done, all of you.
Morning, Mike. I lost yesterday's raffle. Yes, there was a lot of people. There's a lot of people now. When's the next giveaway?
The next giveaway? I don't know, actually.
It's going to be.
I don't know. We haven't planned the next giveaway yet. We're still trying to get hold of some game codes for a project, a Web3 Solana game, but I can't say too much more.
And if you do want to know when the next giveaway is, be on the page.
Surname of the...
I'll say much more than that, sorry.
Okay, Brogan. I want you to give me...
Oh, but I'm not. I've said this 3 times now. give the answer and it's right, you're gonna blame me for giving them everything. The wrong answer, everyone blames me and they copy what I said. Say you got it wrong.
Okay, well this is an easy one, and I'm going to give you a clue. This man dresses up in a Pikachu outfit and wears a bum bag, and he wears those really funny baseball caps where they have the flaps down the side. What is the surname of the Ethereum founder Vitalik? That's all it is. Surname of the...
There's some people who want to know, and I've seen it a couple of times, but I haven't read it. Do you know about PAP668?
Who is PAP668? Right, listen, I watched Frankie Candles last night do some TA, and somebody told him to look something up, and he did, and it wasn't a very nice picture on his screen, and it caught him out. So, PAP, whatever it's called, we're going to look it up, but we're going to look it up off stream, and if it's rude and dirty, you're all in trouble.
On the phone. Probably not. Definitely not.
55 of you, I can give the answer away now because there's 10 seconds left. The surname of the Ethereum founder Vitalik is, of course, Buterin. Interesting fact for you, Vitalik created Ethereum with quite a few other people, but two other famous people. One of them is Charles Hoskinson, who is, of course, at Cardano, and Gavin Wood from Polkadot, who we don't talk about on this channel, because he should be behind bars. Crime Master Gogo, Mahesh, well done. Fran Jafar, Bushrab, well done. Adil, 1.
Well done.
21, well done. Wendy, Secret Love, well done to you all. And he's just put starts with a B like BNB.
Not again. Not with this again. Please.
Oh, here we go. We've just mentioned this one. So this is a bit of a giveaway, this one.
Oh.
That's if it fits. So, Charles Hoskinson founded which chain? So, Charles Hoskinson founded which chain? The answer is not ADA, because that is the name of the coin. Sorry?
Or BNB.
Or BNB. Some people call him the Crypto Santa because of his facial hair and his slightly rotund frame, yeah. You know what he was doing the other week? He went out on a fishing boat and they were trying to find, I can't remember if they were trying to find dinosaur bones or UFO remains in the middle of the ocean. And he's also invested in a project that is trying to bring back woolly mammoths.
Yes, didn't he eat an egg or something? Didn't he eat something?
He did. He ate a dinosaur egg of some description, or an extinct bird egg.
Oh yeah, YouTube's a thing.
Sorry?
YouTube's a thing. it must be for oh sorry. for our friend on
another channel,
on another place which you can't describe. It must be very lonely for him or her or they, because it's just them, they or her or him answering the questions.
The problem is I just can't.
The only source of the other platform's chat I have is in the very bottom right of my screen on a different app. I have 6 apps open and I just don't look at it.
Yeah. So well done to all of the people that have got that right. The answer is, of course, Cardano, which for disclosure, I do own some Cardano. I actually do own a bit of Ethereum as well. Now this is the killer question.
The question I can't say.
Right. And this is actually quite tricky. Now, I know this guy's name from when he was... Basically, this guy was given like millions of this token, right? And then he spent about 3 years selling it. He was selling it every month, which was just constantly suppressing the price. So the chap's name is Jed McCaleb.
Right.
Helped start which up token. So right, so Jed McCaleb helped start which top 10 token? It has 3 letters. I want a 3-letter ticker name. Which top 10 project was Jed McCaleb involved in? You know the answers to this one.
Well, I'm not gonna say it. It's also a backup for me. That's the third option. Not because people either you blame me, people blame me, and if I actually just don't know it, like any other question. So finally, Joel is blocked on one of our.
Oh well. Have to have a look at that again.
Yeah.
Not a lot we can do.
I think it's one of the bots. We don't block anyone.
No. So lots of people are getting this right, which is good to know. So Jed McCaleb was involved with which top 10 project? And the reason I say which top 10 project is this man was also involved with Stellar, which isn't obviously a top 10 project right now.
Hold on, the other man on the other platform.
Yeah.
You'd get the answer right. And you learn some.
You know why he'll know these answers? Because I asked this quiz a few weeks ago.
Exact same quiz.
Yeah, it's the founders. This is the founders quiz. So what I have is like some themed quizzes that we ask at the end of every stream, and this just happens to be one of them. Right. Where are we? Okay, so 80 odd people got that right, and I can't see too many people's names. Sunshine, well done. Sam, Baba, Girl, Wendy, Crypto. I'm not too sure all 80 people knew that answer. Know that?
No, I don't think it.
I don't think they do. I think a couple of people knew that answer, and I think they copied.
I think the majority maybe knew, but it's still there will be some who just said the answer. That's okay though. You got the answer right.
But at least people now know.
Yeah.
Now I can't spell this chap's surname. Yakovenko. Yakovenko. That's not the answer, by the way.
Google. I think you got insider information on the quiz or on the question. Google quickly. People listening.
Yeah. And Anatoly Yakovenko created which chain? You know the answer to this one. I'm going to ask you after every question if you know the answer. You don't.
The answer, no.
I'm going to give you a clue. This chain recently launched its own mobile phone.
Oh, I know the answer.
Yeah.
I don't know the answer.
You are welcome to everybody that's taken part. Thank you for all the nice comments in chat. We don't always get nice comments in chat.
There's some guy saying, I can't remember what his name was, I didn't really care. Sorry, that's a really funny comment. He said, like, prizes are really low.
Not about the prizes, my friend. It's about the knowledge.
Yeah.
You can't get the question right, you can't win.
Commemorative thing. It's a respectful. It's a recognition of getting the answer right.
A lot of quizzes that we do don't pay anything out. The quizzes are just for the quiz was supposed to be an AMA or a Q&A where you would ask me questions. When we started doing this show, we didn't really have enough people to ask us questions to last the half hour of the show. So what we did was we replaced the Q&A and the AMA with a quiz, and we did it based on themes. So now we have the Founders Quiz, we have a quiz about coins, we have a quiz about meme coins, we have lots of different quizzes that we do because we don't, well, we could probably do the AMA and the Q&A now, but I think for education purposes, I think it's nice just to ask the questions.
Thank you, Rick. That was a very nice comment. Someone who writes foul comments should feel ashamed. Thank you. They should. Exactly.
Now, the last of these founder questions is to do with a gentleman called Justin Sun.
Google. Quickly.
And I want
going to be what did he start?
And I want you to give me the name of the chain, not the name of the token. So the name of the chain, not the token. That is all you need to answer. And then what we're going to do after this question, because it's now 2:15, and we've managed to get through. So what I'm going to do after this is I'm going to do a little bit of housekeeping, which I will do because we are treading a minefield, aren't we?
Very, very very explosive and deadly minefield.
So I'm being very careful
Which
today.
will influence the future of the giveaways entirely.
So after this question, we're going to do the housekeeping.
I feel like it's been a bit of a calmer, chilled stream today. I feel like because we did 2 streams yesterday, quite high energy. Funny.
Yeah, they were.
I feel like we've got a bit tired from that. Like today's one, and it was new, we did some new things today. So I feel like it's been a nice calm one today, and then on Saturday
You see now.
I'll be back.
Thing is, if I do this, right, watch this. If I do this, right, nobody will know the difference between tired Mickey.
When he says, "Mike, want me to clean your home?" Oh, that's a sign for housekeeping in terms of socials, which we may or may not.
Right, Justin Sun founded which chain? Talking over. You know what? It's like what Brogan. Just leave him to his own devices. He just wanders off through the field of mines, stepping on them to see if they'll actually go off. 91 correct answers. Well done. Snack is back in chat. Well done. Dav. Well done, everybody. Right, so that's the end of the quiz. So some housekeeping. Tired Mike. Yes, I am. Right, so some housekeeping. We will be streaming again at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. And, oh no, we won't actually. We'll be streaming at 3 o'clock tomorrow, not 11 o'clock. But then most days we stream at 11 o'clock Central European time. We will also be doing some additional streams from now on, which will be project-related streams where we have projects that we're going to review. And we will be covering them probably once a week on the channel. And we will be broadcasting them in certain locations. In addition to that, we will be doing the news and probably do the news 3 or 4 times a week in certain places and 7 days a week in other places. And that's about as much as we can say on that side. So if you have liked the show, please make sure to give us a follow. We don't always have rants. We don't always do TA. We do try and mix it up. Brogan's doing a very good job.
I'm not saying anything.
I'm not saying anything
I'm
over
not
there.
allowed.
Not allowed, he's banned. So if you have enjoyed this, please make sure, wherever you are, to leave a like, leave a comment, and we will see you tomorrow, wherever you may be. And if not, we will see you at the beginning of next week, wherever else you may be. Anything you want to add to that, Brogan?
Check the comments. Check the comments.
You want me to check the comments?
People.
Oh.
Thank you, everyone.
Oh, is that it? All right,
That's
okay. I'm going to, for somebody out there,
Everyone loves rants.
I am going to drop a box now for a few minutes for some people. So thank you, everybody, for watching wherever you are. Welcome to the Crypto Warehouse family, wherever you are. And if you have any comments, anything, any feedback, or anything you want us to cover, such as whatever the name of that project was that was in chat, drop it. Sorry?
App 668 or whatever it was.
Drop it in the comments. We'll check and we'll try and cover it in the next stream. But until then...
You need to give a little bit of lag because some people are commenting because it's the end of it. People can give it whatever. As Adil said, I don't know who can dislike the show. You can't get more true than that. Very nice first experience for Mohammed. Well, I'm glad it was good. I assume first experience is your first stream, so thank you for joining us. Hopefully, like you said, you did enjoy. Rick said greetings from Poland.
Hello, in Poland.
That's very nice. Okay, I think that's pretty much it.
Right.
Thank you, everyone.
Box is dropping now.
All right. Yeah.
See you all tomorrow sometime.
Bye-bye.
See you later, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you.